I'm just sitting here and I said, you know what, I haven't done a live stream in a long time, and I'm gonna see what everybody's up to. So people join, they join. They don't, they don't. Just wanted to hang out with some of my subscribers for a while. So, no, maybe there's one of you in there right now. Let me get things set up here. And we'll see what everybody's up to. So let me know if you can hear me okay. I got a fan going in the background, and without it, it's going to be pretty hot. So I'm hoping the noise isn't too bad. Let me know. Let me know. You can hear me? Let me know. Hey, what's up? What's up? Kiss. What is up? So, do you hear me okay? Is the fan too noisy? I mean, if I have to turn the fan off, I'd just have to, I'd have to give up on the live stream because it would be too hot. Cool, cool, cool. Man, look at that. There's Ray. OBG 64. Brian. Man, house looking good. Hey, thank you very much. I'm enjoying this house project. It's been a little stressful week this week though. You know, the rains we had, my God, it just really set us behind. And the guys kind of got lazy with the rain. Some of them didn't even show up, even though we have work to do inside. A whole bunch of crew didn't show up. Said the rain made them feel too lazy. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, I may not be able to keep up with all of you. I appreciate all of you just joining in just a whim like this with no pre-warning or anything. Melinda don't even know I'm up here live streaming right now. Who knows, she may do a pop-up visit. House is looking good. I hear you, Texas man. Texas man candy. Hey there, Danny. Marilyn. James, hope all's well with you too. I hope everything's going good with you. Okay, the fan's not too bad. I just tell you, I gotta have that air up here right now. Especially, we've been in here. I'm gonna give a little giveaways here. We've been in here tiling, and so we got all that moisture in the air in here, where all that humidity's coming up out of that mortar and all the water we've been mixing right in here in the floor too, all our mortar. So it's made it pretty humid in here right now. So I get a treat seeing you live. Well, I appreciate that you call it a treat. It's like you get to go to the zoo, huh? Right there from your comfort of your chair. The Panther 52. Hey, King James, you man. Well, I appreciate that. Patrick Lawler. Hello, Brother James. Well, hello to you. Just started my first cup of coffee. Well, OBG 64. I just finished the nighttime cup of coffee. Just knocked it off. May have to go to something harder after this. And you know what? I'm going to show you something here. I did have a drink earlier though. I'm going to show you here. I buy these here, man. You ever drink these brew kettles? Anybody's ever drank one of these and you like them, don't like them? Tell me there, but I like them, and I've had some expat guests and all come here, and I've shared them to them, and man, they really like them too. They're kind of shocked at the flavor of them. Pretty good, brew kettle. These are imported, and I'm finding these in the 7-Eleven stores here in the Philippines. Pretty cool. So I don't want to get too far behind. Patrick, all good here in San Jose. Yeah, drying out, man, the rain. Man, the rain. And man, Patrick, I wish you could make it over this way and come for a visit sometime. I know you got your own projects going on over there and all, but sure would be nice to see you, man. Not that far, you just a little skip across the mountains from us. Ray Shepherd, where's my daily fix of the beach scene shot? Well, maybe on the next video. I shoot it a lot. My eyes never get tired of it. We had some pretty big waves out there today, man. The wind was kicking, and boy, did it have the water turned up. You see right here, Adrian, good day, mate. Well, good day to you too, mate. Love the house and the channel, appreciate that. Man, Van, he spoke up, but he done retracted his message. It says retracted, either he removed it or somebody removed it, you never know. YouTube does some of this on their own sometimes. Brent, your tile work is outstanding, appreciate that. Man, we're doing, when I say we're tiling in here right now, I'm talking about we're doing floor tiling and CRs and all right now. So we have, we've got a couple of rooms that's completely tiled in now. Actually, one room is move-in ready right now. So you guys got some good videos coming up. And we got another room that is maybe a day away from move-in ready. And we've got a back room that don't have the fixtures in, but it's almost finished tile. I'm excited you guys get around to the point of seeing that video. If I lose some of your comments here, or if I didn't read yours out or anything, don't be offended. I want to just kind of skip around and not spend all my time reading comments. Hope y'all don't mind. But definitely comment. But if I miss one, you know, don't be offended or something, okay? Because I'm not trying to skip over anybody on purpose or anything like that. But I'm going to continue to read here right now. And I appreciate that again, Brent, about the tile work. It's just beautiful. Now, I'll give you a spoiler, something you may or may not notice. You notice that there's a color difference in the tile behind me from the videos you've been watching. Do you see a difference in it? Tell me if you do. Hi from San Antonio. Van Turner said right there, like that last night, like Larry the Cable Guy. Let's see, so hello down there, John from San Antonio. Man, we were just talking about those houses and stuff built down in the comment section in San Antonio. I don't know if any of y'all have been to San Antonio, Texas, but it's a unique area. It's rolling hills, it's a lot of scrub brush and some big trees too. Some unique shaped trees like with the mesquites and all down there. It's got a lot of just ups and downs, rolling hills and like little canyon places, and there's a lot of stone houses, and I like those stone houses, especially the older ones. Man, when they would just gather the local stone and build those, and they just really blend in good with the landscape there. Some really nice old houses down in San Antonio, out roaming in the countryside and all down in there. Might have missed a few already. See what else is going on. Let's see, here's what type of ceiling lights you're going to use. LEDs, but we'll just show that in the video coming up. You know, I bought a bunch of LEDs for this through a company on Lazada, and they ripped me off, and I fought Lazada. I tell you, I've never had a problem out with Lazada. I bought a lot of stuff, but this particular seller on Lazada was, I just cuss and say it like I feel like it was bullshit. And so they say, you know, that they're going to give you this free little night light, this little free gift night light along with your order. I didn't ask for it, and there was no way to decline it. And I think that's the trick right there. And then this little night light showed up, but my order of lights didn't show up. And then it showed that my complete order was delivered to me. But all that was delivered to me was the free light. And it shows that I signed for it, but I only signed for the free light. And then they tried to claim to Lazada that no, that was all in one big package. Well, man, I had it on video right here with the driver, because I vlog everything, right? And it was just a little old package like this with a tiny little junk light in it. And it didn't even work. The free gift didn't even work. But they claimed they delivered it. And then they had another story that they mistakenly gave it to the wrong customer. And then they had another story that they were out of stock of the items in their own back order. A lot of stories. And Lazada said that apparently it's not a good seller, but they haven't done nothing to give me my money back though. It's quite a bit of money. So it's a lot of lots. But I could not find locally the particular lights that I wanted. There's a lot of LEDs here, but there was particular ones that I wanted. And I knew exactly what I wanted. And that seller showed to have them. And I got ripped off. So I guess my only choice now is go to my credit card company. They're real good with me. And just go ahead and have them to reverse those charges back. But we'll cover those lights when I get around to them. Right now I just got some temporary work sockets hanging down for providing light while we're working in here. The house is looking good. Thank you, Danny. Maximus, good morning. Good evening to you, James. Thank you. Van Turner, did you buy the huge boy for Holy Week? Man, they sold that pig after I shot that video. And that's when they weighed it. That's how I knew how much the weight was, and I put it there in the video. I don't know what they got for it, but a buyer showed up instantly when they said they want to sell it, and I have no clue what it brought per kilo or anything. But talking about that, old Marcos on Overstay Road, he was out and about the other day, and he stopped at a place. If y'all didn't see the video or don't watch old Mark, he stopped at a place up there in Angela City where he's staying at right now, and they were selling lechon boy. And they roast those pigs right there, and they sell it. Man, they wanted 1,200 pesos per kilo. That for that cooked lechon. 1,200 pesos per kilo. Wow, that is just crazy. Unbelievable. So, man, y'all didn't see that, go check out some of Mark's videos. So where are we at? No, so I didn't buy it for Holy Week. Nope. Have you, Clive said, have you tried cans of Tiger Black beer? Used to love that, and it was a bargain price at one time. No, I haven't. Well, you know what? I don't know about black beer, but I have some Tiger over here in my refrigerator right now. I don't like to drink a lot or anything, even though I have some stuff here, but I like to have it for guests when they come, and I like to have a variety, and I do have Tiger in there right now. But I don't think it's the black beer though. Trying to back up here and jumped on here like always. So I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at that label again on it. Hi James, North Carolina, appreciate that. Johnny, can't wait to see the house was completed. Boy, me too. Ray, has the community been keeping up and maintaining a clean beach? No. The community has been contributing to make the beach really dirty, and then when the barangay captain or the police chief or the barangay counselors decide to organize a cleanup, they get out there and help clean up, but they're just helping clean up what they made the mess of. And man, I say, oh, thank you captain, thank you police chief, thank you everyone for cleaning. And not even an hour after they're gone, we watch them throw trash out again. It's just a joke. But we continue to help keep things clean. We do. But I tell you what, it's so much butt kissing now. Just act like that while the barangay captain or the counselors are around, and then just right behind their back as soon as they're out of sight. They're laughing about it and will literally just throw their garbage down right in front of everybody, right out onto the beach. Unbelievable. But on a good note, my neighbors here, like the doctors that have this lot next to me, like the nice people in the big, or the white two-story house on the other side of me and all, yeah, they're helping keep it clean. And but they're part of the subdivision, and they've kind of joined in with our efforts here in our area to keep it clean. And so at least I have them. But the community over here, Ray, where you visited before and all, they are the bulk of the problem. So, wish I could tell you a better positive story, but just keeping it real. We will swing by sometimes, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I'll always check out your gate as we pass by and say, dang, we need to stop by and see James. That's right. So now I'm really going to get you, because you go on right by and not even stopping. Same applies to you. Stop by if you're in an area as Texas needs to stick together. Thank you there very much. Man, there's a bunch of us Texans here. What is it that us Texans are liking about Panay Island? Adrian, yes, you can tell the difference in the stone wall. Have you sealed it? So Adrian, there you go right there. Yeah, we sealed it and it darkened the color down a little bit. But I tell you, when we first put it on, I said, oh man, I don't know if I like this, and maybe Melinda's gonna come up here and have a fit because it changed the colors. And so I was nervous for hours until she showed up. She come walking in the door and looking across at it, and she goes, oh, did you seal that? And I said, yeah, we did. And I said, do you like it? Oh, I love it, I love it. She was so happy. And she said the color's more vibrant to her, and she liked the tones of them now. Man, what a sigh of relief, because I really thought the color changed, but she was not going to like it. Because it did change the tones quite a bit, it really did. But so nice sealed now, it's beautiful, it really is. And there's a lot more stonework that's taken place, and I don't want to give a spoiler, but this place is looking so beautiful right behind the camera on the other side of what you can't see right now. That's why I chose to be right here in this corner. Yeah, it's looking gorgeous, boy. It's unreal. And I will give a little spoiler that there's cladding in front of the house right now. Yeah, not all of it, but there is cladding in front of the house now. And man, I'm loving that too, so is Melinda. So y'all got a lot of stuff to see in upcoming videos. So let me see what else we got going here. And Adrian, thanks for noticing that and replying. Hello from Bell County, Texas. Well, hello Intrepid 456. Sometimes I wonder these names, you know, like we come up with all these different screen names. OBG64, Intrepid 456, you know. Hope you're doing well there in Bell County, Texas. Van Turner, I do like all the pile choices y'all made, and I appreciate that. Van's also from Texas. There's another Texan. My son is talking about moving to Texas according to my daughter. Wow, where's he at right now? A lot of people are moving to Texas. Are you going to do the main gate with stainless? No, I'm not focused on changing anything on the gates. I will give them all a new coat of paint. Now, I have a redneck way to make those front gates stainless for you guys so they'll match the railing. You know that aluminum foil tape you use on ductwork and air conditioning? I told Melinda, are there bicycles of that? And wrap that foil tape around all the tubes on there and tell y'all I had stainless done. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them, maybe repaint them. I might do some upgrades in them later down the line, but man, they work just fine. And, you know, don't fix what ain't broken, you know. The front gates, don't rust near as bad as the ones back here at the back of the house. They're at the beach because the house blocks a lot of the blowing salt. So they rust on a way slower pace. But on the back towards the beach side, man. Ken Ward. Yeah, we love Mel's bedroom color choice. We're going to steal it for our bedroom here. I wish I could remember exactly what that color had a name. I can't remember it right now. And that's that Davies paint. And I tell you again, there's going to be maybe some videos I might come up with and tell y'all the story about buying that paint. I don't remember if I recorded and included it. You know, there's times that you go through trials and tribulations and doing things here. And I hate to tell every time that I'm frustrated or aggravated, but I'll tell this little story right now. I went to City Hardware here at Old Time, and I really like going there. It's a great store, and they have paint mix in there. Well, I'll give y'all a little lesson here about all this that I've learned, okay? So they have several booths in each one of those stores, and one of them would be like Davies paint, and the other one would be, for instance, like Nippon, and then there'll be another one for some other brand paint. I can't remember who the third one is right now. And there'll be 3 separate booths, 3 separate mixing stations, 3 separate shakers, everything in the same store. And so like if you walk up to one of them and say, hey, do you have any, they're all right there together, right in the middle of the aisle. And you walk up to the guys and say, hey, do you have any satin paint, say like at the Davies counter? They'll say, no sir, we don't have it, Davies don't make that, or we don't stock that. But they won't go so far to tell you that if you walk right to the one right behind them, that literally he can reach over and touch hands with that guy, and that guy's standing right there listening. They won't even give you the information that, okay, but Nippon has it, or the other company has it. They'll just say, no, we don't have it. Blanket it in and go on about their day. And so then I pressed and pressed because I researched about Davies paints before I went there to buy it. And I said, you sure? Because Davies makes a satin. No, sir, they don't. Yeah, they do. So then the guy says, well, they do, but we only mix it in 1 liter. And I said, just a liter? I said, my goodness, you know how many liters I have to buy to paint inside the house? Sorry, sir, we only have it available in liter. Well, you just told me a few minutes ago that they didn't even have it and that you could stock it. And now we've moved forward. Okay, now you do have it. But you only have it in a liter. So then he told me I need to go up to the store up in Elo on Diversion Road to their other branch. And that they carry it in gallon. So now all of a sudden he knows about it in gallon. And now he's got a liter, but in the beginning he told me that Davies don't even make it. So I asked him, check before I drive there and make sure that they have gallons of it. So he told me, yes, they do. He was gone for a while, or a long while, and came back. Yes, they had it. So Mel and I and the kids, we drive up to the city. It was a super hot day, and that store was really hot inside. The one up in the city was, and it was super busy in there. And I go to the guys there, and I ask them about Davies BioFresh, if they have it in a gallon. No, sir, we don't stock it. I said, well, they just sent me from Oton and said you have it. No, sir, we don't have it. We don't stock it. Sorry, sir. And they just end it right there. So I checked with Nippon. Nippon don't have no stock. The other company, whoever they were, Island or something, they didn't have none. And I said, this is just strange. Why would they send me here and say you have it and you don't? And I just kept sitting at the counter like this going, Mel said, let's go. And I said, no, this just don't make sense. I said, I went through a lot of effort to come here and just be told this. So 15 minutes goes by and the girls and Melinda are aggravated with me because I won't leave that counter there at that paint mixing station. And I said, I just feel like this is the same as in old times, that you don't have it, but you really do have it. And I said, I just can't believe that you wouldn't have it. So I pulled up a picture of it on my phone and showed it, and I'm showing it to the guys. You sure you don't have this paint right here? And I'm showing the BioFresh, because that's what they call their satin paints, BioFresh. And some boy walking by behind me seen that, and he takes off running and comes back from the back, toting gallon cans of it. They did have it. I tell you, it is such a Bible. Now, if I had just took those first answers, we would have drove all the way back here from the city of nothing but failed attempts. And it's just, you got to stay persistent and never take no for an answer. And it's kind of tough sometimes. Well, I'm sorry if it sounds not good. I mean, if it's not good, I would end the live stream, because I'm not going to reposition and I'm not going to turn off the fan. So I'm sorry if you're having a hard time. But that's been the battle about buying paint right from the get-go. But I found it. I was persistent. We got the paint. And well, I don't know. Y'all saying that the audio's not good, that blurry, or check my connection. Give me just a second, and let me make sure that I don't have 15 people all of a sudden connected here to my Wi-Fi. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Y'all take a break, get you a drink, go to the bathroom. We'll give it 5 minutes. Well, let's see if anything's any better. Anybody still with me? So James, let us show your drink. Sounds good to me. It is better, much better. Yeah, I ran downstairs, said everybody off 15 devices, all watching TikTok and all that stuff too. Now we didn't turn off fans, so I'll be burning up sweating over here, shrinking and losing weight while we talk. Anyway, that's my story on the paint, if you heard it. They're just so quick to say no. And man, I just wonder how many sales is lost in these stores in the country all the time because there's just no extra effort put in. Same thing happened last night about some tile too. They said it had no stock, and I just kept walking around the aisles and just said, man, it's just hard to believe that y'all wouldn't have that anymore. And stumbled up on, my God, no telling how much of that tile that had just been misplaced and set. I mean, literally truckloads of it. And, oh, we didn't know. Yeah, I mean, so I'm just, a little word of advice there. Just don't so quickly take their word no, as a finality. Sometimes it's got to be a little persistent, nice, but persistent. And they were kind of embarrassed even last night on the tiles. And this is at a different location, not at City Hardware, but at All Home, when I found all these tiles that they said they didn't have. And they almost missed out on a big sale because I bought a truckload of tile. So let's see here. What else is going on? I probably missed over some of your messages and that. I see somebody asking about light switches, about the light switches. Maybe also nice in gold. I'm not putting on gold light switches. I don't do all that stuff. Probably just joking. I would assume you're joking, putting gold light switches. We were joking about, I'm going to tease y'all with some pictures that we found of some gold toilets. Let's see here. Let's see, Ray Shepherd said I had the same. We like the stone wall. Thank you very much, Lynn and Robert. Let's see, love the channel. Hello from West Virginia. Thank you, John. Frank said, are you going to use white outlet plates house-wide? House-wide, they look great against stone. Yeah, because I brought all those outlets from the United States, and I brought the good quality, the strong outlet plate covers, or outlet covers as well, and that's what's going to be used throughout the whole house. Just keep it simple, you know, keep it simple. And I've got a video coming out that I'm in a store, and I'm going to be showing you a full comparison of all the different outlets that's available here and why they have so many options here. There's a video coming out just on that. I go to one of the hardware stores and I spend some time there to show you guys all of the variety and about plugs, and give you a little bit of history on what's up or why there's so many here in the Philippines. So watch out for that video. It's coming out, and I hope that maybe that'll help some of you out. Let's see right there. Let's see, they're making a good job. Let's see. Good evening, James and all. Thank you very much, Randy. Say the audio is much better. Thank you, Jerry. Let's see, Mike says, love watching your daily videos from Toronto, Canada. Let's see, your attention to detail is appreciated. Keep up the good work. My wife sat up here this evening and scolded me. She got kind of mean for being so picky, because there were some tiles that they were going to set crooked in my bathroom because there was a wall that wasn't poured completely plumb. The guys missed it. Back when we were pouring on that side, I was having a little bit of an employee problem as we got to that corner over by the master bathroom. You can go back to old videos and see where I was referring to some frustrations with them back when we were pouring the area where our master bath and all is. But they got a wall out of plumb. And that means that you're going to have to put up a thicker mortar bed on the wall to square it out down at the bottom as you work the tiles up the wall. Well, they just wanted to just kick them around at an angle and snug them up to the wall, and then they're going to crawl out and go out crazy at the top. And I said, man, we ain't accepted no kind of work in this house at this point, and we're not going to do that now. We're going to put a thicker mortar bed at the bottom on the first few tiles, and then it'll get thinner as it goes up, and the tiles will be all run straight and plumb. Well, it was taking them longer to do that, and they were complaining, and they were complaining to Melinda that I'm being too picky. So Melinda joins in on their team, and that they're all complaining that I'm being too picky about the tile work in their master bathroom. And I said, yes, I am. I absolutely am. I haven't settled for second best so far on this house, and I'm sure not going to do it in all my tile work. And I am being picky. I took Joel out to the CR that he tiled for me before. I showed him the things I did not like that he did in there, like the big around my drains and my floors, the big old wide grout around the drain, and it looks like it just pushed in there like putty, and wasn't smooth and clean. And I showed him those things, and I wanted it done tight, so I actually cut the ones here on the drains myself, and I fit those suckers perfect. And Joel cut the first one, and it looked horrible. It was just, and it was not cut right. It was a half-inch off on one side, and he was going to try to just push the drain over in the pipe, and it's a big old mess. And I said, man, what's going on with this? I'm not going to accept this. So I pulled all that up, and I recut it myself, and it was just dead spot on. This is the way I want them. But they went whining to Melinda that I'm being too picky, and they tried to have a powwow with her. And so she's like, it's just the bathroom. Why does it matter if that's crooked or not? And I said, it matters to me. It just take a few more minutes to make it straight. But it's going to be a lifetime of looking at it crooked. And y'all remember that when you're doing a job. Even though it may eat you up just a few more minutes in labor or delay your job an extra half a day or something to get it right, just remember that once you put it in there wrong, it's forever there wrong. And if you just spend that little extra time, it's forever there right, and your eyes are going to be pleased for years. So it's just part of it, you know, it's just part of it. And this is why I have to be on site. I just have to be. I will not allow my house to be worked on without me here, because there will not be no attention to detail. There will not be things run level and plumb and square. You know, I'm just being honest, you know. And I go to some new houses sometimes that I see built, and I see just a lot of mistakes and cover-ups and stuff. And just for my own pride as being here doing this and fulfilling a dream of wanting to do a solid concrete home, I just want to get it right, you know. And I'm not saying that this place is flawless, it's not. But I want to get it right. And I just don't want these things that are just obviously wrong staring me in the face for years to come. So I give you a little bit of insight on that. And these are just challenges that you're probably going to have to work with too if you're building a house sometime. So let's see what else we got going on here. Leon should have just told them, hey, I'll get rid of these tiles here, and you don't have any, and obviously you don't have to have them. Oh, you're talking about the tiles, that's the story. Yep. So yeah, apparently y'all want to sell them, just load them up and give them to me. Have you ever had a bad guest? Not really. I had a guy that come here that he seemed super nice. He had a girl here with him that I don't know if she was just really hyper or what. She seemed like a nice girl, but she was really hyper. And when him and I are trying to talk, she's really interrupting us, and she's interrupting us with very childish things. And while I'm talking to him, she's mocking my voice like in a real retarded way. And I could tell it was really ticking him off too. And I finally just stopped, because every time I start to talk, she's mocking my voice. So yes, I guess I had a bad guest. And I just looked at her and said, really? You're going to be one of those that come to my property here and do that? I couldn't keep my mouth shut. And I seen him kind of giving her that stare down in his eyes. But she seemed like a nice girl in a lot of ways, but man, she was a hyper thing, I tell you. And it's the only ones, and you didn't see them on video. I didn't even share them, nothing against him. He seemed like a great guy. But that girl, man, something else. Andrew Wilston, good to see you. Hope all is well on your end. Thank you, and I hope things are good on your end too. Let's see, watching from, what's that? I don't know how to say that name. Surabaya. What is the time at your place right now? Well, as we're saying this, it's 7:33 p.m. Ray, appreciate that on the likes. Van Turner, actually 102 of you watching right now, a little impromptu video. Van's giving the time there. Not your daddy. will you be adding a stripper pole? It means a fireman's pole for your next if I exit in a hurry as needed. And that's why you stay in the doghouse. Danny Morrison, you're pretty innovative, and I think, and see, you think ahead. So I was wondering, is there anything you're planning on going? Let's see, going for window and door covers, Typhoons. You know, somebody brought that up here recently. Danny, you got a good point there. But let me break this down to you. We don't tend to get those direct hit typhoons here. Or we do get them, but they're already weak when they get here. Now, saying that, my neighbor Yoli over here, her house has been there, I don't know, since maybe 2005 or 6 or something. She's never had her windows blown out. Melinda's family and all of them been over there for years. They've never had their windows blown out, and they're right up on the beach. And they've been through typhoons, including Melinda. You know, all these houses around here have no shutters on any of the windows. And there's a lot of big homes here besides just in this subdivision. There's nobody with shutters on the windows. Now, I'll explain that. Most of these typhoons come from the other side of the country, over on the eastern side of the country. And they'll come up out of the Pacific or down south from there, and like down by Palau or Papua New Guinea, and that area's down there, closer to the equator, and they'll work up into the eastern side of the country, and they're usually coming in, hitting around Cebu, Leyte, Bicol, all up on that eastern board side. And by the time they cross over several islands and some mountain ranges there, and they've done that impact, they've weakened down. And we're on the western side of the country. And so this is western Visayas, and there are a lot of them are on eastern Visayas or eastern Luzon or down on that eastern Mindanao. And so they get a lot of those hits, and they'll plow on into the country about to the middle of the country and do a lot of damage. Now, usually by the time they get over here, what we're dealing with is storm surge because it's really churned up the water, and we're dealing with just downpours, torrential rain. But of like, we can get winds that can damage stuff, but it's like damaging things that are like weak, poorly built, poorly secured, or it's rotten down and already got weak, you know. Those are the things that usually get blown away or damaged. Or a tree, maybe it's already on its last leg anyway, and it gets knocked down or whatever. That's usually the damage we get here. We don't get that like just, and I say this with a grain of salt because I don't want to tempt fate, but we just haven't had those things that's just blowing all the windows out. Yoli did have some roof damage over on her house, I think, before, and she had to replace some roof over on one side. But no, we tend to not be in that situation here. So all up and down through everywhere, there's nothing here with storm shutters. And to be honest, I thought about them. I started to put them. I had designed the place I was going to put them. I just didn't want to look at them. I didn't want those roll downs. I started to do those. I really did look at it. There's so many different designs. You can spend a bunch of money on it. But if we were in a place that was more struck dead on with typhoons more often, maybe I would put more into that, but we're just not in that position. And we don't have much from the sides that the winds would come from to blow up and hit onto anything that I'm much worried about here anyway. So it's just not that important to me right now. And I hope I don't come back and get bit on that. I have been looking at possibly putting a track in along the top of these glass doors and just making me some plywood panels that I could hook up there and then fasten in down at the bottom and store them, find me a place here that I can store them, have them numbered, and come hang them if there was that kind of emergency and hang them over it. I might do that, but I just don't know if it's worth it right now or not. But at the moment, it's nothing that's going to happen soon. If I'm doing nothing next year or the year after, and I'm bored and I want a project, I might make some removable ones. So I just hope that might help you understand. You know, we're not in a position like Leyte and Beagle and Samar and Eastern Samar and Cebu and all that get those hits up in there. Tacloban, all of those places, all the way up at Aurora, up north and all. Those places, they get hit. I mean, they get hit. If I built over there, definitely so. Y'all are still on the stripper pole thing. Shame on y'all. When they built my house, I said, no, I don't accept safety for convenience, and I reject speed for quality. Yeah. I understand, don't cut corners. I'm laughing because Daryl there with his little funny face on his comment. Vince, hi James, thanks for looking great. Appreciate that, Vince. Man, good for all of y'all to join in here right now and just hang out. I know it's nothing exciting. Tomorrow is Holy Friday. And so this was actually the end of our work week, I think, because they're not going to work tomorrow, and I'm not working Sunday, and I never could get a clear answer out of them if they were going to work Saturday or not. I think if one bells, they're probably all going to bell. And so I think it's probably the end of the work week, probably until next Monday for me, unless I get here and do some things myself. So hope everybody out there tomorrow has a good Holy Friday. Let's see what else right here. Fireman's pole, that is. Let's see. If I see you standing on a plastic chair on a table instead of using a ladder, you're fired, boy. I do not like them standing in my chairs, period, tearing them up, using them for construction. Did not buy them to use them as a ladder. I have got to back up here. Okay, here we go. Hi James, love watching your vlogs. Any room for a pool for your nieces and nephews? Maybe later down the road, maybe. I just don't know if I want the headache and the upkeep. You know, I wish I could live some fairy tale and say, oh, it would only be my nieces and nephews, but what'll happen is that everybody and their dog will want to come swim and get tempo if I say no, and I'm the mean guy then. And, I think it's just better to keep it simple. Jeffrey Hansen, looking awesome. You're going to need to think about going public to keep that crew working and growing together. Becoming a super. I don't want to go public here. The last place I want to work or own a business in the world is here in the Philippines. It's a great place to live and enjoy and relax, but I'll leave the building and the working here and the jobs to the Filipinos. But I appreciate that, and I appreciate you seeing the things that I do in my work and my work ethic and the crew that I've put together. But this crew, they're just always like a shaky ground. There's so much drama amongst them that y'all wouldn't even want to hear it. But every time one of them hung out the night before with another one, the next day this one's mad at that one and not talking, or this one's mad at that one not talking, or this one didn't show up for work today because he didn't want to be here at work with the other guy. And oh my God, y'all just don't know. Y'all not noticed the videos? There's been like not all the faces here all the time. It's been like Tempo Central between all these guys, I tell you. And I just sit back and laugh. So, boy, I wouldn't even want to deal with that full time. Just seen his stream. I had to stop in and say hello. Hello, Denny B. Appreciate you there. Van Turner Pool. You got an ocean, yeah, with no upkeep. Absolutely. There you go, right there. There you go. Only thing I might want is one of those like jacuzzi tubs that's not very big. Put up there on that roof deck, private, right there by one of those parapet walls, and I can kick back in it and the bubbles going, hold me a drink, and look out at the beach. Now that sounds like a better idea. Man, Randy Drew, man, thank you. I'm gonna go buy some drinks with that. I know you don't need the money, but I watch your videos every day. If you want to use this money to buy the guy something there for break time, there are some hard-working men. You know what? That's a good idea. I will do that. I sure will. I will do that. And I'll tell them, and I will even show them your message. And that's what I do with the guys. I don't hold nothing back. Man, that's pretty cool. I appreciate you doing that, Randy Drew. You didn't have to. And man, I appreciate you doing that, and I can share that forward to the guys. They'll be so happy for that. Thank you again. Ian Scott, well, hello, Tex. You must be very happy with things just now nearing completion. Of course, I'm always probably going to have projects going on because I like to build stuff, but it is moving on along. And if y'all can just see where it stands right now, because my vlog is delayed. So what you're seeing right now is delayed, and what's on the other side of this camera y'all don't see is a bunch of work has happened. Let's see, you must be very happy. Thanks, yeah. Let's see, we got right here, Leon. There's several bloggers in getting a feel for Filipinos. There's an awful lot of half-ass there. That being said, I'm sure your employees will become better at these crafts. You know, it's been a give and take for these guys. Most of these guys are family. Some of them are my wife's brothers, and they're probably the least skilled. And I'm not trying to insult my brothers or nothing like that. They're just laborers. They're probably the least skilled, and they're not really craftsmen. They're just good, you know, mixing, doing simple basic tasks, the grunt work and all. But like Joel, he is a craftsman. Joel knows a lot. He does. And I've taught him things, but he's taught me things too. And so we've had a good give and take. And Mok, I knew Mok when he's just a kid, and he has taught himself a lot. And a lot of it's just hands-on and going and working at these job sites and all. And I've taught Mok a lot. And he tells me that. He said that's one of the reasons he likes working with me, is because he always learns something new. And he grabs those things and holds on to them. His brother Ambin, the tall, skinny guy, he don't talk much. He's really quiet. He likes to work alone. He don't even really want to help her. He likes to work on his own tasks quietly by himself. Don't assign him to work with anybody else or any other thing. He don't get offended if you correct him. Some of these guys do. He listens, I teach him, and he goes with it. If he thinks that something I said is wrong, he'll ask me. We will discuss it. And he's got such a good attitude. I really like that guy a lot. And those two brothers right there, they have been a blessing on this job site. Mok and Ammon, those two brothers, those are Melinda's first cousins. They're Melinda's dad's brother's sons that live right next door to them over there. And they have another brother, his nickname is No-No. And he's a craftsman too, man. He is also self-taught. And those three brothers, man, they don't mess around. And I tell Melinda, how come your brothers, you know, y'all all grew up right here together next door to each other, all the same environment. Why have they not picked up these skills and trade and everything like those brothers have? And it's just shocking to me. But man, those boys don't mess around. And their dad ought to be really proud of them. I tell you, they don't mess around. Not at all. And I feel very blessed to have them here, and that they're always so eager to work for me. And I've just seen them since they were kids, since they were teenagers, and now they're, you know, young men. And man, they have really come along. They really have. And Joel, he's just he's a wealth of knowledge himself. He really is. Joel don't like to be corrected. He gets tempo. Yeah, let's see. So let's move on right here. But changing the attitude is harder than teaching the skill. Yep. Let's see here. We got Josh. Great job on your housemate. Keep up the good vlogs from Australia. Thank you very much. Vince. I see. Really like the bed you bought. Was that? No, that price was just for the mattress on that price, Vince. The bed frame was an additional cost. But man, that is that real good brand mattress. And that was the mattresses that we had already been looking at. And when we saw that price, we jumped in and bought 3 of them for those guest rooms down there, plus our bedroom. Because that was one heck of a good deal. One heck of a good deal. They were having some kind of big, like, they were calling it summer blowout sale. And they've still got it going on up there right now. Man, they had a bunch of stuff marked down, way down. I just can't believe it. Some high-end toilets and everything we were looking at last night for some really good prices. I looked up the prices, even what some of those toilets are selling for, even in other countries, some of these brands. And man, it was a steal. I don't even know how they can do it like that unless they're just trying to clear inventory for new stuff coming in. All right, so you're in Indonesia. Appreciate that very much for clarifying where that is. Sorry I didn't know. Aviation safety, hi brother. An old veteran. You know what? I always see you writing and commenting and all, and I appreciate you very much there. Don't know your real name, aviation safety, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Mark Cooper, hello Mark. Always good to hear from you, Mark. Thank you very much. MR Rice, house project's looking great. Thank you very much. Always great hearing from so many of you. Kimberly, hey, I'm on my way to work, so just want to say hello. I hope you have a good day at work and a good Holy Friday if you observe that or not. Let's see here. It says, I lost something here somewhere. Bear with me just a second. Just bear with me a second. I don't know why it jumped so quick on me here. So we were down here at Andrew. How will you be trimming out the bottom of the wall behind you? You mean down here? Well, there's stone left out down there, okay? And so when we tile the floor and we get our tile bed set to where it's going to be, well then we'll come back and there's a stack of tiles sitting right there that will be put underneath there, and then they'll get sealer on them too. But we just left it all up out of the way. We left the bottom runs out right now everywhere. We left the bottom runs out so that we can work those tiles and stuff and not be getting mortar all up on them and all of that. So everywhere we left the bottom run out, get the flooring in, and then we'll put the bottom run in and then touch it up. So I hope that'll help you out. But no, I'm not doing no precast inside the house or nothing. Appreciate you asking though. So Mike, nothing wrong with being a little picky brother. Well, I appreciate that. Say I'm really impressed with your railing so far. After you pointed out some of those bottom missing welds, it's worth the extra money. Those people are good people. I don't expect everyone to be perfect. The main thing is, and y'all see coming up probably in a future video, they followed through. They did a great job. They fixed everything that we asked, and we covered these rails with, I bet, 150 pieces of blue tape marking everything that I wanted addressed. And without complaining, without giving me any kind of bad face, without nothing, they just did it and asked me to check it again if I was happy. And I was, and I paid them. And they asked if I needed any more work anytime, that I please contact them. I said I would without a doubt. Those were good people. And I've just found them off Facebook Marketplace, and it was a gamble. But when they come met with me and all, I got a feeling, even when they were here and met with me, that they were really good people. Because I've dealt with a lot of different people here in the Philippines through all of my years of being here. And that gut feeling turned out to be right. And that guy and his crew are true craftsmen themselves. And they did a beautiful, top-end job. Man, just beautiful. And now I'm looking at railings everywhere else I go all the time and looking at the work. And I said, you know what? I think I've got the best job done of anything I've seen so far. Really good people. I would definitely recommend them, I tell you. So let's see what else you see. You see you're getting a lot of wind noise from that awesome mega fan. Boy, I tell you, that fan gets it. It's like having a jet airplane sitting over there. Your house, see, Colin says, your house is looking amazing. I agree with you on build ethics. Nothing wrong with being picky. I enjoy watching your videos and look forward to how it evolves. Great job. I'm gonna hit on that again about being picky. I built my first house on my own in my 20s. I was young. I never built a house before. I didn't want a mortgage. I wanted to build a house for my family. And that house I have in Texas, I built that thing, that 2-story home. I was just in my young 20s. And I was already a business owner at 18 years old. I had a full-fledged, registered, approved with the city business. And I've never worked for anybody in my life other than when I was a teenager. And I had my own business. I mean, I put a lot of hours into my business, and I would come home at night and build that house by halogen lights at nighttime. And because I was tired and working a lot of times halfway in the dark and shadows and stuff, things didn't get just right. Corners were cut, and those things haunted me for years. So when I say that with experience of my own fault in the past. And how many times did I cuss myself and wish that I had just put in that little bit more effort? So when I say this, I'm saying this from my own downfall of doing that same nonsense in the past. And I've had to live with these faults for years. Now the house served me well, and I lived debt-free for all these years of my life. And the house is still there serving me. And it's been through a lot of storms. It's even had a tornado hit across one side of it and do damage before. And it withstood. But I cut corners and I did things that I was always mad at myself for doing. And I said, I'm not going to do it again on this house. And so that comes with a little bit of beating myself up as well. And so it's a school of hard knocks. And I appreciate that. I want people to even learn from my mistakes. You see, you have plans for a fire pit anywhere. Boy, y'all gotta keep watching. So I have been busy. There's so much happened. And just in this couple of weeks, the next video is coming out for you guys. A lot's happened. Right outside the window right here at the end of my arm, there's already a whole bar and grill. You just wait and see. I have been busy. Yep. James and Mont built a bar and grill. Sure did. Just wait and see. Frank, James, I recall saying that you were putting excess cement on the gaming cages. Have the neighbors given you any more heartburn over the stone barrier? No, in fact, I think they absolutely love it because it's gave them a dry place to walk up in behind it, going back and forth down the beach when like that sandbar floods in behind it and all that. It's flooded out there right now. And it's gave them a high ground. You know, it's the same ones that's throwing trash out. It's the same ones flapping their lips. And fact is, it helped them. They know it helped them. I think also with the pandemic and everything that happened, and the help that Melinda and myself gave in the community and all when they were struggling and they couldn't work and they didn't have anything, I think that humbled them a lot too, just to tell you the truth. It's been a whole lot better. A whole lot better. The whole vibe with my community next door has been really good. So, yeah, it's been a whole lot better. I just wish they had a way to do something with their trash. Hello, James and Mel. Well, thank you very much, S. Hart. Now, jacuzzi on the roof for skinny dipping at sunset is the ticket. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. Let's see. Leon, I'm still shocked by the construction and flip-flops. Hey. What do you mean? Supervising in flip-flops, too. Even the superintendent's got them on. Yeah, you are not in Kansas anymore. Let's see. Jim says, good morning, James. Love your show. Well, good morning to you over there. And it's about to be a good night for me. Chad, good morning, guys. James, I know it'll take another 30 minutes to read, but I'll be working by then. That stone behind you looks crooked. Oh, you're so funny. Just trying to mess with me. Let's look right here. We got, I don't know how to say that. Panay. I don't know exactly what you got spelled there. Hello from Virginia, U.S. Vince, Texas rules. Take a poll of Filipinos' favorite USA state. Bet Texas wins. Texas or California, boy, there's a bunch of Filipinos in Cali. And Chicago, where it's cold. I can't believe so many like Chicago. Dan's retirement journey. I think up in Chicago, so many ended up there working in the medical fields. How they got there, Filipino nurses and doctors and all. I think at one time they were really hiring them up in Chicago, and that's why so many ended up there. So we got right here, Dan's retirement journey, Philippines bound. Watching from Sacramento. I've learned so much about building from your vlog, I guess what's got right there. Well, I appreciate that very much, sir. Cons is talking there. I see High Hoglo house build. Keep up the great work. Let's see here, Terrence. Take a jump on me again just then. Yep, it took a jump on me again. Terrence wrote, hi James. Is your work top the same height as in, I don't understand what you mean. Is your work top the same height is in the USA. I don't know what you mean by worktop. Wayne Sorrells, hello James. I think your videos are one of the better videos to explain a lot. I really don't understand how anybody can say that you're not doing the right thing when you build a house. You know, I want to touch on that for a second. I keep trying to tell you guys that I'm not calling them commenters trolls, and I'm still not calling them trolls. There's a couple jerks out there. There's some I wouldn't call them trolls. There's a couple of jerks. I had to block 2 today that just felt like they had nothing better to do but sit on my channel and say bad stuff. And they went a little step too far today and like insulted my wife, and then that was enough, and I blocked them. But now, like people that make comments about like the popcorn, they just don't understand. They see a hopper and they see that blowing, and they instantly think we're blowing something like that popcorn. And what I do is I grab those opportunities to try to explain what different textures are. Crow's foot, splatter, drag, knockdown, orange peel. It's a chance for others to learn. Because there's some people on here, they're on here trying to learn something. And so it's a topic, it's a comment that rooted a topic that I can share on here. Sometimes the comments are not meant in a nice way, but it still opens up room for conversation. And we can talk about this topic. Let's discuss it, you know? And that's the nice thing in a democratic society, if it's a true democracy, that you can talk 2 ways about something and talk open about it. Not just me go delete them, oh, I don't like what they said, I'm going to delete them, or I'm just going to ignore them. Well, let's discuss this, let's debate this, let's bring it out in the open, let's bring it out in the air, and it opens up topic for everyone. Now people say, oh, you're letting those trolls get to you. They're not trolls. It's a misunderstanding sometimes, or they have their opinion, I have mine. But let's have an open debate. They said their piece, now I'm going to say my piece. And in between there, some of us might learn something, you know. And I try to go through and find like pictures and all where y'all can see a comparison, or I'll take pictures here and you can see a comparison. And people can learn from that. And so it's not that I'm letting trolls get to me or frustrate me or anything like that. Now the ones that say vulgar things towards my wife, yeah, now that ticks me off. And but you know what? This is an open forum to the public and the world out there. And you're not going to get along with everybody that comes along on the channel, and you're going to have weirdos and freaks and losers and all that stuff that can come in the door on this channel, just the same as all you rock solid, really good people that I'm sure are all watching here right now. And I don't get too much of that. I run a pretty clean channel, and I swear I have the best subs, the best viewers that there is. And sometimes even a really great viewer will have a bad day, or just be in an aggravated mood that day, and maybe just went ahead and flew off the handle and wrote some kind of off-the-wall comment. And I'll say, we know that's not normal for this person to write that or this, that. So let me address whatever their issue is. But I understand human mentality, and I just want y'all to understand, when I go into that, I'm not trying to over-explain why I'm doing something. I'm trying to teach, and you need to see that. It's not that I'm trying to over-explain something or justify what I did. I'm trying to teach something. And there's different methods of doing things. Now, the problem I have is that a lot of my viewers are from the U.S., and all they know is the U.S. And they're on my channel a lot of times trying to learn about ways of things are done here in the Philippines. But all they want to do is talk about the U.S. Well, in the U.S., this is what we do. But this isn't the U.S. And this isn't a stick-built house. And this isn't gypsum board and tape and bedding. And this isn't fiberglass insulation. And it's not OSB. And it's not tar paper. And it's not asphalt shingles. All of that. Poor products most of the time, masonite, all that. This is a concrete home, and it's a one-off home in a way. But there are others out there building them, and I get pictures from viewers, and I should share those pictures, sharing me their projects that, even from all the way down to Australia. I had some guys, a family, sent me pictures of a project they got going on, and I don't know why I don't take time to share them to you guys, of doing my build down there in Australia, and they were so proud wanting to share to me what they did off of my method of building here. Now, when I say method, cast form concrete's been around for a long, long, long time. My method is how you can do it with just going to a hardware store, not going to a specialty store and buying special snap rods or tie rods for concrete forming and all this gear and gadgets and hardware galore that puts the budget just out of the ballpark, you know. That you can do it with, like here in a developing nation, out on an island, with simple things I can go here and get some all thread, or they call here full thread, chop it up into lengths how I need it, some flat washers, some nuts, some PVC tube, and just some little tricks and stuff of how to address some of it, and embedding the tubing in, for the conduit, the boxes, how to keep the concrete out of the boxes, how to keep the thread holes clean, you know, the properly embed them in deep enough, how to keep your steel in the center, and why you need to keep it in the center, and why you need to keep 1.5 to 2 inches of clear cover concrete over your rebar, not the rebar shoved up to one side, and you can actually see it when you pull your form. That's sloppy work. I see it a lot around here. When I say my method, it's just the things I've taught them, that they were able to just now understand that they don't need all of those special gadgets and supplies to cast a wall, to build a structure and all that. That it opened their eyes. They can just do that, and they can build a structure strong, cheap, and clean. And so it's nice seeing that people share that stuff all around the world, and that's my pride pictures. That's my trophy pictures. And even the gentleman over that Tim K went and interviewed and showed his house and all. That guy said he was dedicating that home to the high tower method of what he was doing there, and he built that right off exactly how I showed on the videos here. And that's it's not that I invented cast forming, it's just I showed you that anybody can do it, and that you can do it, and don't be scared of it. And here's a few little things that help you along the way to do it. And it's very strong. Now, I want to bring up another topic. Cast concrete. I don't know if y'all knew the whole thing about the Edison homes, but Thomas Edison, you know, he tried to push for concrete houses a long time ago, and there's a bunch of them still being preserved to this day. Man, he built some outlandish concrete houses long ago, and he believed that they were the future. And but you know, these fast cookie cutter homes built out of materials that don't last, and just turn them out quick and punch them out. That's mainly to sell mortgages. And I went into a little rant in my comment section recently about that, but y'all be wise. There's a reason why that the U.S. don't build long-lasting homes, and why mobile homes and things are just so easily provided there. It's all about providing financing and putting you in debt so that they can sell you a dream, and you pay them for that dream for a long time. And most of these other countries, a lot of countries around the world, they build houses to last, you know, 100, 200, 300 years or longer. And a lot of times, generation after generation after generation of families will live in that same home. And sometimes several generations in that home all at the same time. And in the U.S., they broke that apart too, and I went into this in a comment to a guy recently about that. So through TV and the old shows, even in the black and white days, they sold these dreams, you know, like on these shows, even like Father Knows Best, and all these old black and white shows, you know, they market to you through TV programming, not just a commercial, but through programming. And then you mimic thinking that's exactly how your life needs to be. And so, you know, going and buying the shiny new car and financing the house and all that, that's what they're selling you. And they sell it to you through TV programming, and all they really care is throwing those tract homes up fast and getting you hooked in the lip for a 20, 30-year mortgage. And hopefully by halfway through that, talk you into upgrading and do it again. And they made you shameful to live with your parents, made you shameful for generations living in one house. You need to be free and independent. And I don't know, I like it better over here to where families will live together, kids don't go to daycares, and the elder, the sick, the grandparents, the parents don't go to nursing homes. They take care of them. They take care of them in that house like this, in a family home, and all the families together. And I like it here. I like it like this, and I built a house befitting of here. And this house will be around long, long after I'm gone, unless something just majorly tragic happens. And that's why I built this house and built it like I did. And in the U.S., nobody cares anymore. They don't care. They'll sell it. They'll get rid of it. It'll fall apart. It's not the cool thing to have. It's old. It's not new. New. And so I'm here, and I'm not in the U.S., and I built a house to be a generational home, as many do here. And I'll have no shame of it either. And I'm a realist. I won't be in this world forever, but people I love, my wife might be here longer than me, and she may not. But the kids here, and maybe their kids, and all, I hope that they're all loving this house and remembering what I did here for many generations. And that's what I got to say about that. So let's move on right here. We got Randy. I like to know the cost of the bill per square foot. Hopefully you can give a rough estimate on the cost. You don't have to be exact. Randy, I would have to go through and refresh all of those things because, you know, there's a super or hyper inflation going on right now in the world, and to build right this moment is so much more expensive. I don't know if these prices are going to back down or not if things get smoothed out, but they it's way more expensive. If I had to build this house right now, my goodness, it would cost a tremendous amount more of money than it is right now. But I just don't know the current figures with the current inflation that's happening on materials, and a lot of inflation that's happening on materials. So let me see what else we got going on right here. Let's see. Good evening from Angeles City. I see Guam Boy in the Philippines. Well, thank you very much. Steve, hello James and Mel. Outstanding, solid build. Thank you very much, Steve. I see Wayne Sorrells. You explain everything, but the people don't live there in the Philippines. It's been there now and then, and you do a great job explaining things, and your house is beautiful, so don't worry about what people say. I'm not worried about it. I like for people to bring up comments. It gives topics. And so I want to back up on that. Hi to you, and the White House is great. It's great. And it says Pete. Peter. Wayne Sorrells, I got something there that got deleted. Let's see, Clyde Thompson, your place is shining bright like a diamond. King James and Queen Mel. I tell you what, it's a beautiful home. I thank you very much. I'm proud of it every day. Let's see, Cat Typhoon, man, I appreciate you sharing there and being kind. Thank you very much for that. And let's see, do you get subscribers before meeting if they are new to you and your family? I don't understand. Oh, do you vet subscribers for a meeting? No, I don't. No, I don't. Most of the people, I'd say just 99% of the people on this channel, y'all are some pretty darn good people. And most of the bad people don't like my attitude because I hit things head on, right on the chin. I don't do the politically correct stuff. I don't do all that nonsense, and I ain't got time for all of that. And I don't do things that draw up those people. Like, you know, I'm not like e-begging for money, as people call them. Some e-beggars aren't really e-beggars, but you know, I'm not asking for things from you guys or nothing like that. I'm not out doing things that cause drama or anything like that. So I run a pretty clean channel, and most of the time it's just good people. And I say all the time, it's just been really good people. And of course, if somebody bad come here, they came to the wrong place to be bad, because I still am one tough Texas son of a bitch, and I will not tolerate no BS. I tell you. And you know, don't mess with Texas. And man, my wife will tell you that too. I can be the biggest sweetheart guy in the world, but I will not tolerate BS. Somebody come here and acting a fool, it might be their bad day. I'll just tell you like it is. But we haven't had none of that. We've had nothing but wonderful, wonderful people. But somebody did fly a drone over my house today, and they had the camera pointing straight down, and they flew all around over the top of my house and in our yard, and that was a little unnerving, you know. Melinda thought it was me flying the drone at first, and I said, no, that's not me. So I guess somebody decided they were going to check my place out from a distance, and I mean, they were really dropping the drone right down on us here, and no clue. So that was kind of odd. That was kind of odd. Thanks for all the great tips. I'm redoing a condo in Manila, and your ideas and working attitude is an inspiration. I thank you very much for that. Jim, how about a series of trampolines from the upper deck to the beach? Holy cow, wouldn't that be hilarious? It sounds pretty dangerous, boy. I'm still thinking about the zip line. Let's see. Have you still got the small dog? I made videos on that dog. I've explained that. I'm going to skip right over that. This has been a very impressive build. Well, I thank you very much, David. Cedric, good to hear from you. Hello from Zambonga. Let's see. We are renovating our home. I hope you're having good luck with it, and I hope it comes out beautiful. So, Stephen, my father told me, if you don't have time and money to do something right, when you do think you will have the time and money, you see, when do you think you'll have the time and money to fix it? Ain't that the truth right there? You know, might as well spend the money the first time. I still think an indoor pond under the staircase with lights would be cool as heck. Yeah, mosquitoes would too, and the humidity in the house, oh my goodness. It's already humid enough here. Let's see, hello there, watching from Virginia. I really enjoy watching your channel. Can't wait to see how you'll decorate the house when it's finally done. Well, we will be seeing. Let's see, right here we got Redland. The wife and I are enjoying the project and the daily updatings, looking forward to its completion. Boy, I'm looking forward to completion. I appreciate you watching and following us. OBG64, any plans for future tool giveaways? You know, no, there's no plan for future tool giveaways because all they do is go sell it. And they show right back up here with the same old broken shit again. Just telling the truth. Yeah, it was noble. It sounded like a good, cool thing, but it didn't last. Let me see here. It took a jump again for some reason. So, does the house sweat inside? No, it does not. This concrete, I put waterproofing in it when we poured it. Plus, we have all these verandas around it that keep any water off the walls. My ground concrete down below, I did something they don't do here. I put a vapor barrier underneath the concrete, which is something they really don't do here, and they should. But no, we don't have any sweating moisture in this house because I made sure we didn't. Yeah, you sealed it. So you gotta go make that money. Chad, I hope you have a great day, buddy. Dan's retirement journey. I agree, James. They profit from everything in the West. The cost of housing is ridiculously expensive. Yeah. Joseph, hello. Good to see you here, Joseph. Always commenting. Mike E. My house was built in 1879. Crazy, right? Yeah, man. The older ones was the best ones. Man, especially those built up off the ground, like on those board arch stumps and all, man. Those houses will last forever. My wife works in a nursing home here in New York. She can't believe how we treat the elderly. She says there's no way she's going to get old here, and I agree. Slowly working on an exit plan. Yeah, it's just sad. The whole mentality there, which has been sold through TV programming, I'm just telling it like it is. And man, all those good old shows that everybody thought were so great was just molding a society that just don't care, just don't care. You go get rid of your parents and you send the kids to a daycare. Cost of housing is primary reason my Filipino wife and I are retiring to the Philippines. Yeah, well, I tell you what, don't wait too long because the materials are just getting higher and higher. And the property here is getting higher and higher. And there's a lot of people seeking it out, both Filipinos and a lot of foreigners from different countries. And man, the prices are getting high, just telling you the truth. I've been watching this channel since the start of the pandemic out here in Texas. Thank you very much for that. Arnell, shout out James. Arnell always, is it Arnell or Armel? Armel. I always appreciate you joining in and hearing from you. It's either those stainless steel handrails get hot to the touch during hot days. Oh, they can a little bit, but I mean, everything's going to get hot here, but they're not as bad as you'd think they would be. They're not that bad. They do get a little bit warm sometimes, but like I say, it's not that bad at all. They're still usable. So we got Frank Maxwell, who's laughing at Chad. We got Jimbo Flo. Hello, James and Mel. Hello to you. Ronna Husky. Hey, Mike. It's old but still going strong. That's right. Talking about that house. Leon Wyndham. As we used to say in Texas, Frank Buck. Yeah, it's the. That's right. Spanky 9067. Thanks for showing us the way the casting place is the way to go. It is, man. I tell you, it really is. This house build has taken a while, and it's not because it takes longer or nothing. We go back and forth to the U.S. We might be there 6-7 months and return, and that makes this house build stretch out 6 or 7 months longer. And we've built it debt-free. We've borrowed no money. We've paid for this house as we go. We've earned the money in the U.S. We've earned the money on YouTube. And we bought the materials and we built this house completely out of pocket, debt-free. And that is attributed taking a little bit longer too, because we leave, we go back to Texas, we take money we earn, we bring it back over here and we build. And we built an amazing place doing that. And doing that a couple of years is a whole lot better than 10, 15, 30-year mortgage, right? Whole lot better. And so, and we didn't take no money out of our savings, we didn't take money out of the bank, we had it there, but we just paced ourselves, and as we earn, we pay for, we buy, we build, and we're happy. And we're living a debt-free model, and then we built it during the pandemic, and lockdowns and all that going on, that stretched it out longer. But if you look by the build day episodes, we're at build day 288 on the show right now, on the vlog. And so what are you talking around 9 months or something there? And in that 9 months, we built more than just this great big home. So that's 9 months of actually building. And we built more than this big old structure here. We have built fish ponds, outdoor CR, landscaping beds, a boat ramp going out. We've done all that gabion cages and retaining wall that's down in the ground. Some of that, I don't even know if I covered some of those things. We've just done so much here that's beyond just building a house only. We've developed out a whole property, a whole entire property here, way beyond just only building just a house. And so it's taken a while, and I appreciate you all sticking with us. And now we're going to be to the point here in the near future that now we can move on to a new chapter in our life. And the vlog will keep going. And there's got a lot more stuff that's going to happen. But for any of you that feel like it's taken forever, or that cash forming takes a long time, remember this is a big place that's been spread out over time because of all of the obstacles and because of us returning back to Texas. If we were just here and building just a cast form house only without all the other side projects and the Airbnb that we're going to be doing down here and all, if we were just building just a house only, and it was a 1 or a 2-story, either one, without all the extras, we could build it so fast. And now with my crew knowing exactly what to do, we can build it lightning fast. But I had to teach at the same time, and I had to bend mentalities around and break the chain of their way of doing things, the Filipino way. And man, they're proud of themselves. I can tell these guys are proud of this house, without a doubt. Where was I at right there after the end? I just kind of went off. I want y'all to understand that, and just don't be afraid to build one of these houses. You won't regret it, but don't skimp on steel. Just remember, in a long wall, say a 30-foot wall, 4 or 5 more pieces of steel overall. Really tightens your grid pattern up just with 4 or 5 extra pieces in a 30-foot long wall. And in 8 or 10 foot, just a couple extra pieces. Really tightens your grid up. So spend the money and put just that few extra pieces of steel and on, you won't regret it, I guarantee you. Thanks for showing us the way cast the place. That's where I was at right here. Same here, Ron. Frank Maxwell, unwanted drones plus shotgun. Well, there ain't no shotguns here or nothing. There's nothing I can do. It's not like that. But that was pretty crazy. And it's kind of eerie because, I mean, that was pretty eerie feeling. And that camera was just pointing, just hovering over us, and I was looking at the camera and just pointing straight down. they were focused. I mean, they were just up. I could go to the rooftop and look eye to eye with the drone. It was just right down over our yard here. Pretty crazy. James Hendrickson, soon it will be done. Time to relax. Placido, Texas. Well, I'll never relax. I'm too hyper. It's the solar and wind in South Texas. The house is looking good. You enjoy it. Thank you very much. Joseph, good midday. Slingshot. Yeah, that might have been an option. Hello, everyone. Let's see, I'm a vlogger. Hello, host. Alrighty then. Not caught. Oh, I do see somebody that joined in here. Edward. Good evening, brother. Hope all is well. Hopefully I can catch you before you escape paradise. BDO finally gave me the bank account info I needed. Well, man, that is awesome, Edward. And Edward came here, and he was one of our visitors, and we didn't vet him either. And man, he is a great guy. Actually, there's several of you on here right now as we're watching this, that have came here to our home. And I appreciate you guys. Well, I do. Thank you for the extra effort. Well, I've spent a good little bit of time here, and I haven't got all of your comments. I just want to thank you all for coming on here. Thank you for spending a little bit of time here with me right now. Just talk a little bit. I look forward to y'all watching over the next few weeks of what's happening here on the build and the progress, and see the bar and grill, see all the beautiful tilings that's going in the rooms and everything right now. I tell you what, it's moving along, and I appreciate y'all watching this vlog. Continue watching it if you would. I appreciate it. Subscribe, man. Our numbers are really going up. Our views are really going up, and I tell you, you are the best family in the world. I appreciate all of you very much, very, very much. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out here for the night. And everybody have a good Holy Friday, and God bless, and we will see you all on the next one. All right? Take care. See you soon.